Hello and welcome to Talking on the Couch, the weekly podcast where we talk about random things from around the world. This week we have the Darwin Awards. So we'll be talking
Yay!
about
Whoop whoop!
the most stupid ways people have died. For anyone who doesn't know about the Darwin Awards, they're basically somebody has cleaned the gene pool by removing themselves from it in the most stupid way. Remember, you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, or Amazon Podcast, whatever they're called. And we've got the other channels, which are Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. We've got the Discord, which is discord.gg/TGS39DNUB3. And we've got the YouTube channel and the Blue Sky channel. So check them out. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a review, and maybe a comment. Let us know how we're doing.
Maybe it'd be nice to be commented on sometimes.
It really would.
I like
It would, wouldn't it?
comments.
You commented the other day.
Did I? Oh, I did.
You did, yeah. What was we
Yeah.
talking about? Hardwood or something? No, big pole.
No, you were gonna put the little poll on Spotify. I said you said little poll.
Is it a hole or a pole? It's 2026. We have no idea these days.
Nope.
Anyway, you can also support us by donating to us at streamlabs.com/pressback2continue3/tip. So if you want to support us by sending us lots of money so we can go out and take lots of coffee, then go ahead. You do that.
Yep.
Booker, the Darwin Awards. Would you like to
The
start us off?
Darwin
Because I'm going to
Awards.
need to get my notes up on my phone while you do yours.
Yes, I would, Loans. I'm going to start off with the Darwin Award from 2018. It happened on the North Sentinel Island about cannibals. On November 17th, 2018, John Allen Chow, a 26-year-old American missionary, traveled to North Sentinel Island in India. It's a place inhabited by an uncontacted tribe suspected of cannibal practices. There's a travel ban. There's a travel ban on the island that Chow disregarded and went there with the intention of converting the natives to Christianity. So, as soon as he landed on the beach, he was immediately attacked and killed by a barrage of arrows. And witnesses reported seeing the islanders drag his body along the sand, and he was served for dinner.
Isn't that is that the island that no one's allowed to go in?
Yeah.
That the whole place is cornered off.
Yeah, there was like a drone picture of it there, like last year or the year before, and all the natives are standing on the beach, like firing arrows and throwing spears at the drone.
Yeah. It does make me laugh with these kind of things because people think that people on these inhabited islands, but we don't really go over. They don't know about technology, but they do.
Like, no, these don't. They're a completely isolated tribe.
I'm pretty sure they've seen a plane go over.
Yeah, but they probably like worshipped it. Do you remember that bit in the Star Trek movie where
the plane is back? Worship.
Do you remember that bit in the Star Trek movie in the reboot where he comes up out of the water in the ship and then they all end up worshipping the Enterprise?
Yeah, because it creates a massive diplomatic incident and they had to go in and sort it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. It was good. Yeah. It was good. Well, so this place has been. We know that they're cannibals. We know that if you go over there, we're not allowed to go there.
Yeah.
But he thought because he went over trying to give them a hug, that they were going to just invite him into their tribe.
Yes, please come with us, sir. We shall build a church.
Yes, you know that thing which has caused many wars over the century, which this little island, this little island doesn't want to take any part on. So he tried to push that onto them.
Yeah.
You know, like when you walk down the street and you get somebody of any religion.
I wonder did he taste like chicken.
Say that again.
I wonder did he taste like chicken.
I can't say I've eaten a person, so I don't
know. If he was white, like would he taste like chicken?
I don't know.
Because it's white meat.
I don't know, Sporker.
Any of you cannibals out there, just let us know.
Just let us know. Do humans taste like white meat? In fact, let's Google it. Do humans taste like chicken? Jeez, I'm gonna have the police knocking on my door.
I'm sure there's going to be some psychopathic cannibal that's serving time in jail that's described what human tastes like.
This is brilliant. Based on historic accounts from cannibals and scientific analysis, so that scientific analysis is scientists have eaten a person. Let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah, basically.
Human
Yeah.
flesh does not typically taste like chicken. It is more described commonly as tasting like pork, veal,
Okay.
or to a lesser extent, beef. The flavour is often reported as slightly sweet or long pig. Who's describing it as long pig? What the is
You
long
know, that
pig?
tastes like a long pig to me.
What
How
is
do you
a
know it's a
long
fucking
pig?
pork chop?
What? So this is William Seabrook, who sampled human meat in West Africa, described it as closely resembling veal, while German
Okay.
cannibal Armin Mewis described it as similar to pork. I still don't know what long pig is. What
No,
is it like a pig that's been stretched out? Would that
I don't know.
anyway? Yeah.
Lawrence, I don't
So
know.
no, so this
What
guy wouldn't have
is
tasted like chicken. He would have
long
tasted like pig.
pig? I suppose we are closely
we we
we're
we
closely related to piggies. Like we
we are
share a
really
lot of
closely.
DNA. Like,
Yeah, we are.
oh,
What?
how does a translation of a term formerly used in some Pacific islands for human flesh as food? That's what long pig is. So he basically said it just tastes like human.
Oh, well, yeah. That's like going to KFC and saying this tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Human.
apparently human flesh tastes like pork, hence the term long pig for human meat cuts.
Well,
The
we
long
share
denoting the difference
98% of our
between
DNA, so
the
98% of our
long,
DNA is the same as pig.
yeah, the
Go on.
long denoting the difference between the limb lengths of pigs and humans. That's an unsettling thought, really, isn't it? That they've actually come up with a name for the meat.
A number of humans must have been eaten in the past in order for that to happen.
I'd say quite a lot of humans have been eaten.
Yeah, but I mean by other people.
That's also what I mean.
This is something I've always wondered actually. Do like wolves and other carnivorous animals, do they eat their own kind?
I don't think so.
Well,
I've never
gerbils
heard
do.
of it. Well,
I
they're
know
just
the
weird
gerbils
little
do.
animals anyway.
Well, gerbils and stuff, they eat their own kind because it's cleaning the nest. They don't want dead bodies rotting, so they eat each other when
Yeah,
they die. That's true. That I've owned
do
gerbils
they?
and stuff in the past. Yeah, that is genuinely true.
Two
It's kind of weird, really, when you think about it. But like, I've never seen a chicken having a
carnivorous.
munch on another chicken, and they
Yeah,
are
but
vegetarian.
that's because they're like vegetarian.
Chickens aren't vegetarian. They eat worms. We've
Yeah,
done
but
this in
is
the
a
past.
worm and
Chickens are not vegetarian.
they are.
They're not.
They are.
They literally peck into the ground to find the worms and the bugs. Just because we
Yes,
feed them
many
seeds.
carnivorous animals eat their own kind, although it is usually driven by specific pressure rather than diet preference. Common reasons include food scarcity, eliminating competition, or reproductive strategies, such as
Reproductive strategies.
such as male lions killing cubs.
Yeah, I know
It
that
has
one.
been recorded in over 14 carnivore species, including pumas, bears, and sharks.
Did you say including humans?
No,
Oh, I thought you said including.
pumas.
Okay. I generally thought you said including humans then, which is exactly what we're talking about right now.
No. And
No, I know about the
population
lion
control.
one. Because like the Lion King, if that was real, if
Yeah.
that was people, then Simba has banged most of that pride, including their mothers.
Yep.
Like,
And
so what's his
sisters and
girlfriend called? Nala or something?
yeah, something like that.
Are you just agreeing because you don't watch as much
No,
Disney
it
as
is
me?
something like that.
Simba's
I haven't
girlfriend.
seen Lion King in years, like
Oh,
so.
watch the remakes. Nala, yeah. So Simba would have boned Nala and Nala's mom, and then went to Nala's sisters for seconds. That's what
But
actually
then
would have
there
happened.
are people that do that as well. So,
There are people that do that. That is very true, especially at swinger parties. But
not
yeah.
even like
Anyway,
family swinger parties. Like,
it's true. It's true. True. Anyway, sum up your fact, and we'll move on.
right, guy went to Pacific Island near India, got eaten by people.
And what was his name?
Uh, John Allen Chow. He was 26 years old, and he was a Christian missionary.
You said
He,
missionary.
yeah, he tried to mission all the Christianity into them, but it didn't work. He ended up getting it.
Yeah, so in other words,
Shot with
don't.
arrows first.
I've just noticed your one's on my list as well.
Yeah, it's a fairly common one. I've heard that loads of times before, even though it only happened in 2018. I think it's happened a few times
Yeah, it
before
has.
that people have gotten eaten by cannibals while trying to do that.
Yeah, at that specific island, and that's why it's now cornered off. I've
Yeah.
just noticed the one with the Americans with the car where they put a jet engine isn't on the back of mine. On the back side of
What?
Rings, it isn't on my list, and I genuinely thought it was. I'll have to find out on why you're saying yours. But right, so this is Gary Hoy in 1996. Spoke in
Hoi hoi.
1996. Ahoy! So he was a Toronto lawyer who threw himself against a shatterproof window on the 24th floor to demonstrate its strength to students. The glass did not break, but the entire window frame gave way instead.
Yeah.
He
What an
proved his
idiot.
point, to be fair.
He did,
He
but
did prove his
he
point.
used to do it quite a bit. He used to show off by doing it because like it was obviously a relatively new type of invention of window for like a skyscraper or something in Toronto.
I don't know when shatterproof glass was invented. I wonder if it
But
shattered when it hit the floor.
on my version of this fact, it says he often demonstrated the unbreakable windows on his 24th floor office
How have you got
by
this one on
running
your
into
list as
them.
well?
Yeah,
uh,
and I got my list from the Darwin Awards website.
1903 is when shatterproof glass was invented.
No, but it might not have been in common usage in like in skyscrapers and stuff
It was used in World War One, in the
for
cars in
skyscrapers.
World War One. Um, just having a look at when it was. It was put into commercial production in 1912.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is it was probably like more expensive than just standard glass in
Oh, I bet
in
it
a
was. Yeah.
building.
No,
So
but
he would have
but
been just like he would have been
yeah,
just
it's fine.
shown off like that, like oh, I've got this amazing shatterproof glass in my windows, like it's so much better.
Yeah, but I genuinely want to know: did the glass shatter when it hit the floor,
I'd say if I had to have fell from
or
24 floors up, like
did it just like
it
bounce
bounced
off the
and just
floor?
went and like rattled around. You know when you drop like a coin on the ground and it just sort of goes.
Yeah, no. Or did it just like when you drop a piece of plastic and it gets about an inch from the floor and then catches the wind under it, so it just like severely slows down, and then his body just came afterwards and went through it. It didn't shatter.
Or just as he's lying there on the ground taking his last breath, somebody just walks over, shattered, you know.
And it's kind of oh shit. All the students looking out, going, "Well, he had a point. It didn't shatter when he went through it." That's such a stupid way to go, though, isn't it? Like just trying to
Yeah.
prove a point. I mean, because you would be so confident with it after like the third time of your bounce. The first time,
Oh, you'd really
of
go for it, like.
oh yeah, the first time you shit your pants, you just sort of
Yeah.
nudge it a bit with your shoulder, going, "Look, it's not shattering, not shattering." The second time, you'd give it a bit more thrust. The third time, you would sort of jump at it and go, "Wow, this is working now." And then after
Yeah.
that, you start taking run ups at it to bounce off it. It's like
You know,
playing
that's
the
probably why
lottery
it
of
fell
life.
out of the frame.
Yeah, obviously the frame was weaker than the window, but
Yeah.
looks like it's like playing the lottery of life. Like when you're driving along and you see that sign that says "Warning: Falling Rocks,"
Yeah.
and you just think, "So is a rock going to hit me?"
Fuck
Or
all I'm gonna do about it.
because there's not much you can do about it. Is there once it's
No.
to the falling rock coming towards you, you're not going to see it because it's above you. So you're either
Especially
going
in
to
a
get
car.
squished or you're not. That's as simple as what it is. So he's just playing the lottery of life going through those areas. Isn't there that one place in that? Well, there's a few places in. Oh God, it's in Africa somewhere where rocks are constantly falling down this one mountain.
I don't know.
And
There's Wile E. Coyote there somewhere.
yeah. He's throwing it at Roadrunner. Um,
Yeah.
But now I know that Top Gear went on round it. They went on like did a special around it, and yeah,
Yeah,
the
was that the one where
finally
they were looking for the start of the Nile?
wasn't that was that the Grand Tour or was that Top Gear?
No, it was Top Gear.
Oh no, it was the first special on Top Gear, wasn't it?
That was where they went to like Egypt
Yeah,
and
yeah,
followed the Nile to find the starting point of the Nile,
yeah.
which
I think it was the
many
very
consider
first
to be this
special
where the
of Top
life
Gear.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's why they did it as the very last special on the Grand Tour. So it goes all the way back
Ah.
to the start. It's yeah, bit of
Hmm.
nerdy knowledge for everybody there. But yeah, that is such a stupid way to just. I wonder if the students just thought, do we get the rest of the day off, or
Hmm.
do we
Do
need
we
to?
have to find somewhere else to do our work experience?
Is this going to be in the finals or what? Well, they're in Toronto, so they've got finals. How strong is shatterproof glass? Not as strong, well, stronger than the frame apparently.
Yep.
So yeah,
Although I'd
that
say most glass is probably stronger than the frame. Like I've got
I wouldn't
double
say it
glazed
is.
windows here, and the frames are just PVC.
Yeah, but there's also metal studs in them and stuff. But
Mm,
they are
I don't
reinforced,
know.
and a lot of PVC is actually stronger than glass.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I'll test it later.
yeah, just go jump at your kitchen window. Let me know if you end up in the
Yep.
garden. Just don't do it from a
Hmm.
24-story flat. Surely you could have just
Well,
taken
we'll
that
live
in.
stream it.
Surely you could have taken it into a classroom, just got like the university or whatever to just give him a panel, and
Yeah.
just do it with that. It's a bit like when when Elon Musk threw the rock at his car and it just shattered
That
everywhere,
was that was amazing.
and then he threw another one
That
and
was
it shattered again.
yeah.
What a
I
twat.
think the guy who designed that got fired.
No, he didn't.
I
He
They
didn't get
say he
fired.
didn't. They say he
It's
didn't. But given it a couple of months later, he was fired for something else, like
oh yeah,
completely
probably.
innocuous. Like it was just like he's not working for Tesla anymore.
Just waiting for an excuse. And
Yeah.
we just to clarify, since we are on a podcast, we don't know if that's true. We don't know if the guy still works there or not. But
No.
apparently they was testing it before the show. I'm going to put inverted commas. They were testing it before the show, and they threw a load of rocks at it, and it was fine. And because of that, it
Yeah.
weakened the structure
Weakened
of it.
this. Yeah.
We- You know when someone's just coming up with bullshit to cover their own tracks.
Yeah.
That's basically what that is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
that was Gary Hoyt in 1996, the Toronto lawyer who threw himself from shatterproof glass on the 24th floor to demonstrate its strength to students. It didn't
Good
break,
man,
but the
Gary.
window frame came out, and he went down and plummeted and died, giving himself the coveted Darwin Award. Go on, this book, if your next one.
Okay. In 1982, Lance, an unnamed college student was rocking a vending machine back and forth to
I know this
free a
one.
stuck drink, and the 450 kilo unit tipped and fell, fatally crushing him. Now, I have a couple of questions here. How the hell was the vending machine weighing 450 kilos?
Well, that's not as much as you might think.
I've moved vending machines by myself. I'm not that strong.
Well, how
I
many
can't
kilograms in a
move.
ton?
I can't move like 4.5 times my body weight, Lance. I'm not an ant.
You weigh 100 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's only
makes me
about
feel better
15
about
stone.
myself. Then yeah, you're
It's
quite
only
tall
about
though, aren't you, as
15 or
well?
16 stone. I'm
I,
six foot two.
yeah. I forgot you are quite tall as well, aren't you? So yeah. Um, I weigh 72, but anyway, uh, yeah, no, vending machines are heavy because don't forget they're giant fridges.
But I've moved one. They're not that heavy.
I reckon. What year was it?
1982. I suppose maybe like they were older technologies and stuff of heavier materials. Like they could have been steel sided or something instead of like aluminium and stuff like that.
Right, in today, a
Hmm.
standard full-size vending machine typically weighs between 400 to 900 pounds, approximately 180 to 400 kilograms. So yeah, it's still
Yeah.
400 kilograms when it's full. So the vending
So it
machine
was
was
like
probably
the
full, given
fucking
that it was 82.
heaviest. He went. He went for the heaviest vending machine he could.
He went searching for it.
Yeah, He went around looking for the heaviest thing he could to shake backwards and
Well,
forwards.
the old thing was when the vending machine
Like,
was
I'm not
full.
even sure. Even using the law of the lever, I'm not sure I'd be able to rock a fucking 450
I
or
reckon once you've
50
got the
kilo
momentum, I reckon you
machine.
would. But if you think about it, when they used to fill up vending machines, because they don't fill them up now, the robots do it. But when when you used to fill up vending
Hmm.
machines, they overfill them because the guy that comes to fill them can't be asked to keep coming back. So they
Yeah.
literally cram it with as many as they can. And when you used to rock them, the one at the front would fall out because it wasn't quite in there properly. So I reckon that's what he was doing. He just wanted that pack of quavers from the front just to fall out. Or pack of McCoys or any other branded crisps. There are
Yep.
numerous out there, and they all taste good to somebody, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for prawn
Potato and king
cocktail.
crisps.
I hate prawn
Potato and
cocktail.
king crisps, cheese and onion. They're the nicest.
I love cheese and onion.
Potato, cheese and
Bar-
onion, lads.
barbecue, Space Invaders.
No, potato,
Do
cheese
you
and
even
onion.
have Space Invaders in Ireland?
Yeah, I can't. We had them years ago. They were only the pickled onion ones, though.
So you do, no, Space Invaders are the best. Barbecue Space Invaders, you can't.
Mm,
Anyway, yeah, I've
nah.
completely forgotten. Oh yeah, he was rocking the vending machine and it squished
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But I
And
just,
US safety data later confirmed that dozens of such deaths it occurred in the late 20th century.
there was more. More people
I
went, I
bet
really
it.
want that Snickers. I really
But
want that Bounty Bar. Ooh.
no, but you know the way, like you'd have to like. I know the way you have to use momentum to start rocking it and stuff. But I don't know how you actually ended up getting a pendulum effect that much because vending machines are usually up quite flush against a wall.
I was wondering about that. How did,
You
because
know,
you'd
was it
have
like
to
this
go over
freestanding
45
vending
degrees.
machine in the middle of the ground?
No, you are
Like
right, they are against the
I don't
wall, but
think you'd get a pendulum effect like that.
no, you wouldn't. But I think what he was doing is pulling it towards him and then letting it drop back so it knocks the whatever item he was going for off.
Unless you know them, do you know the little worm things that all the stuff is stacked into?
Yeah.
They're usually on a tray. So say there's like eight
Oh,
of
yeah,
them
it could have knocked
across,
them forward. That's the point.
and the tray pulls out when the vending machine when the guy's coming in to fill the vending machine, so all of them could have tipped forward, adding the weight to the front of it. Maybe I don't know.
You know what? They shouldn't have put shatterproof glass on it. It would have just went through the glass then, wouldn't
Yep.
it? But no, I can't figure out 'cause for it to come forward, even if there's not that much space between the glass and because when you get a pack of crisps, the crisps hit the glass and like you kind of
Yeah.
bounce it against the glass and every other tray on the way down because then it gets
Yeah,
to the
but
bottom and you can't open it for an hour.
if you had a vending machine full of cans of Coke or whatever, and they all came forward, that would be quite an added weight to the front of the
Yeah, but
machine,
even then, you,
especially with the weight being taken off the back of the machine.
yes, but even then, you still got a lot in the middle of the vending machine to weigh it down.
Yeah.
And then you would have had to have pulled it over about 45 degrees. I can't be asked to do the maths between central tipping weight, but you'd have to do it over about 45 degrees in order for it to get the momentum to land. And the fact that this has happened numerous times, just stop rocking the fucking machine. I know cans of pop are
It's people
expensive
trying
these
to
days,
scam
but
the
Jesus
machine.
Christ, just just
Yeah,
stop
they
it.
said in that one that it was like, oh yeah, he was trying to free a stuck can. No, he wasn't. He was
He
trying
was
to
trying to get it
thief.
for free. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
He was just trying to rob it. I mean,
Even Barney's given out about this one.
you can just get like a little hook that you can thread through the bottom and put. Because let's face it, somebody's going to notice you twatting a machine backwards and
Yeah.
forwards, aren't they? Just use the hook at the bottom. You're not worried about privacy at that point.
No.
Someone's noticed this. They're alarmed over here as well, some of them. So if you start
Yeah, a lot of
rocking
them
them,
over here are alarmed now. Do you
yeah.
know what started was the machines were the little the coin tipping machines. They were always alarmed as well.
Oh
If you even
God, yeah.
touched off them, they'd alarm.
Do you know how I know they're alarmed? Because when I was about
Be-
7 years old, I fell into one, rocked it, and all the alarms in the arcade started going off, and I genuinely thought I was a criminal and I was going to prison. I thought
I
that's it.
was
I've had a
I
good
was
run.
in an arcade one day and I was passing. Do you know the way they've got like a bank of like 8 or 10 of them and they're like back to back?
Yeah.
And I was walking. I was the only person in the place. I was walking through it, and I swear all the alarms just started going off. I nearly shit myself. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then
And
the
we've
guy
all,
just casually walks up and just goes, "Yeah, they've been doing that all day."
Ah,
For fuck's
nice of
sake.
him. No, I fell into it, and like all the alarms just started going off. And as a 7-year-old kid, that's pretty traumatic.
You
Every
tried to get the
time,
money, didn't you, Lance?
no, I genuinely, I've been deaf since I was born, but we just didn't know I was deaf. So growing up until I was 14, I think I got my first hearing aids. Growing up until then, I had no balance. Like I just fell
Mm.
over everywhere because I was deaf. So, so as I walked through places, even now, I walk into door frames and knock off my sensor on my arm. I'm
Mm.
terrible for it. But yeah, so I
Oh,
fell
the amount of
straight
those
from.
sensors that are ripped off my arm over the years from just like getting squeezing out of a car door that like you're
Yeah,
practically close to somebody, your sensor just pops off. It's like, ah, shit.
yeah. But then when you're actually trying to get it off, the fucker doesn't want to come off. Anyway, yeah, so I genuinely fell into it, and all the alarms started going off. And the worst bit about it, 2P didn't even drop out.
No,
Didn't even have a free
that's
go on the machine after giving
hmm.
myself a concussion. Right, what was that fact, Walker?
So that was in 1982. An wait, hold on, an anonymous college student tipped a 450-kilo vending machine over on himself, killing him instantly.
Cool, 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 cool,
Yep.
cool, cool, cool.
Hmm.
Idiots. Right, so this one is straight out of Johnny English,
Americans.
or James Bond, or whatever you want to say. So this is the spy pen gunman, is what Google's labelled it as.
Oh,
Um, a man try. It doesn't really give me too much information on this actually. I might look into it while we're discussing it.
okay.
A spy pen gunman, a man trying to prove that to his friend that a spy pen was actually a functional gun, shot himself in the head.
Ah,
Again,
that's
he
quite
proved he,
interesting.
he proved his point, didn't he?
Yeah, but again, if you're trying to prove something is fatal, why would you try it on yourself?
Well, why was he holding it up to his forehead?
Could you not like aimed at like a cushion or something?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why was he holding it up to his
Yeah, that's
face? You know, like when you've got
especially
like
being that he was, especially being that he was the one that was claiming it could actually shoot. It would be
yeah.
different if it was like the guy that didn't believe him. He goes, "No, it doesn't," and shot himself. Well, this guy was there. No, I swear to God, it's a gun. Watch, I'll show you. I'll shoot myself in the head.
It is very stupid. There's actually another incident. I
You know
did,
what? I think he deserves a Darwin Award.
he definitely did. Like when I did this to Mary actually, I was walking through a certain supermarket, and there's many of them out there. This one was Tesco's. There's many supermarkets
Yep.
out there. Go to the one of your choice. And was walking through there, and I found this like this shower gel or something. And I said to Mary, I'll go and smell that. And she opened the lid, put it by her nose, and I pushed it in a little bit just to get a bit of air out of it so she could smell it. It went straight into her eye.
Did you did you push it too much?
It wasn't even too much. It was the same as what I'd been doing it for me to smell. But I think I've done it that
Yeah.
many times, it had just constantly went straight in her eyeball. Um, yeah, apparently there was another story where a Russian pensioner killed his neighbour using the same sort of thing. Uh, but
Okay.
yeah, it's so stupid. I'm just looking at trying to find out who this actually was at the same time. Um, I just don't understand why he's looking at it. Or do you know when you like you're trying to do some air freshener and it's not coming out, so you look at the hole just to see if it's
Yeah,
blocked.
so you
And
point it really close to your eye and start
yeah,
picking at it like
it's a bit like that, isn't it? Um, I can't get I can't get my head around it conveniently. It's I just
it's mind-boggling. It boggles the mind.
right. It was a 35-year-old delivery driver in Germany, Nusrel F, shot himself.
Yeah, but he still knew that the pen
Oh
was a
no,
gun.
that's a different one. He survived apparently.
Okay.
So where's this guy? This is the true Darwin Award. I did look it up earlier, but do you reckon his neighbour, who was trying to prove to it, after the geezer shot himself in the head, went, "Well, shit, it is, that's a real
Yeah,
gun."
look at that. He was right.
Well, I never. Ain't that a fine how do you do? Geezer's on the floor
A
just dead.
mustache, a mustache.
I love that film. Um,
Yep.
Everyone's gonna have a mistake. Yeah, I just the stupidity of some people. Like
Well, this
when I
is
was in,
why.
I remember when I was in school, I was doing
Yes,
DT class, which for those of you who don't know, design technology. I don't even know if they do DT anymore. And we was
I don't
doing
think they do it over here, but they probably do something similar, just a different name for it. But
yeah, it could be. But we was doing fabric and textiles at the time. So we had a little carving knife to cut out the fabric and whatever and like mark it and stuff. Now at the
yeah.
time I had really long hair. So I was brushing my hair back whilst holding the knife next to my face.
No
And the teacher
loans.
just saw me and went, "Can you stop brushing your hair back whilst you're holding the damn knife?"
Hmm?
And it's like, "Yeah, it's fine. I can see the knife. Oh, I'm fine." But as I've got older, I understand more where she was coming from at the time. Like, why is he brushing a knife? But I wouldn't then get a watch and go, "Look, this watch is a gun. I'm going to hold it next to my head, which is above eye level, by the way, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it up and I'm gonna shoot it at my like. Surely you'd see the barrel because the bullet's got to come out from somewhere. Surely you'd see the barrel. Surely you'd think that's the barrel
These are
side.
just.
Maybe I should turn it round,
Yeah, it's not.
or
It's
just
just not. It's.
hold it at waist height. Because I can't imagine if it was in a watch and the watch was concealed, it wouldn't come out with that much force. Obviously, it's enough to go through a geezer's skull, but generally speaking, it wouldn't have the
Yeah.
velocity of a bullet. It would. So if you did it at waist height, it would probably maybe shatter your pelvis or something. That's the worst that's going to happen. In which case, you can
Yep.
call an ambulance, and if it was an American, bankrupt you for life. But for everyone else, that's an ambulance ride to the hospital and some surgery, and then you go home and just be careful and don't piss about with watches
Mm.
that have bullets in them. Because the bullet wouldn't have been that big, would it, if it's in a watch?
No,
The
it was a
mechanism couldn't
pen,
have
wasn't
been
it?
that strong. The bullet wouldn't have been that big. So just hold it at waist height.
No.
Don't stick it to your forehead. Such
Yeah,
idiots.
or like shoot it into a cushion or something. Like I said before, I'm only saying cushion because I'm leaning on a cushion right now.
Well, because what I'm thinking is that he thought the bullet was going to go out the other side. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Like he was holding it down, and he was looking at it, and he thought the bullet was going to go towards the floor, which would make a little bit more sense, because then it would have shot
Mm.
up into his forehead. But still, it's just yeah. Go on this book. That was the story. The spy pen gunman, a man trying to prove to his friend that a spy pen was actually a functional gun, shot himself in the head. Doesn't actually say if he died either, you know. So he could have survived. He might have just bounced off his forehead. No, because the Darwin Awards, he must have died.
Yeah, he did die.
Yeah, because it's the Darwin Awards. He removed
Yeah.
himself from the gene pool. Go on, this book. You can do another one.
Okay, in 2011,
Oh, gone
Philip
11.
Quinn, age 24, from Kent, Washington.
England.
Kent, Washington.
Ah,
You thought it was going to be somebody from England. That was stupid.
wouldn't surprise me.
He placed a lava lamp on a hot stove top. The lamp then exploded, sending a shard of glass into his heart and killed him instantly.
He placed a lava. Did you say onto his stove?
Yeah,
Why would you?
because you know the principle of the lava lamp, it's got a
It
really hot
heats up,
bulb
yeah.
underneath, and the bulb heats the wax, and then it floats around. Well, he obviously thought I'd get a much better effect by applying more heat
Onto glass.
onto the glass. Yeah,
Yeah, with hot boiling liquid
because like I
inside.
know that the lava lamp, the light makes the lava lamp quite hot, but not fucking stove
Not
hot.
stove hot. No. I'm gonna actually.
Like the light doesn't boil the liquid in it.
I'm just gonna Google how hot a lava lamp is. So you know your stoves, they go to like 200, 300 degrees centigrade.
Yeah,
Well, a lava lamp is around 125 Fahrenheit. So that's, well, 125 to 140 Fahrenheit. So 52 degrees centigrade to 60 degrees
yeah.
centigrade. Not the 200, 300 that your stove is
No,
going to give
like
off.
I know like I've burnt myself on the side of a lava lamp, but not like a serious burn. Like nothing that really left a mark. It left my finger red for a little bit,
Yeah, because it's at most
but
60
not.
degrees.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not like fucking. injury burn.
To put it
Just
into context, actually, the average household in the UK, I can't speak for other places, but in the UK, the boiler goes up to about 70 to 75 degrees maximum. So that's
yeah.
how hot your water comes out from the hot tap, unless you've got one of those instant boiling taps, which I know you have, Sporker. But
No, I
yeah,
don't.
I thought you
I
did.
want one.
Oh, you look at, yeah.
No, I want one. I don't have one.
Yeah, but so 75 degrees is what that hot water comes out, and you touch that, and it's. If you
Yes, it
only pour hot
does.
water in and you wouldn't stand in it, you'd get straight back out. That's going to burn you. So that's why a lava lamp can genuinely burn you. But glass is made to withstand temperatures higher than that. It's not made to withstand temperatures up to 300 degrees. That's
There
just.
is glass that will take that temperature, but
I'm going to Google how
it's
hot is a
not
stove
often
because I'm
that
just
you'd find
assuming
it.
it's about 300 degrees.
Yeah. Well, I know, for example, your oven can heat
Oh,
up to
damn.
like 250 degrees,
Yeah, that's why I
and there's
was
glass
assuming
in
it's the.
that, like, and there's like glass in that. So obviously that glass is capable of taking them temperatures, but not a fucking lava lamp that you
So it
bought for like
depends.
50 quid at a pound shop.
It depends if it was what year was it? 2018 or 2011?
2011.
So it could have been an induction stove. Um,
No, they still sell induction stoves now.
what's 650 Fahrenheit in centigrade?
I don't know. You asking me or you asking Google?
I was asking you because I didn't say the words, did I first? But I just saw some other information. I genuinely, I'm genuinely looking into this. So okay, so it can't go above 700 Fahrenheit. Um, so let's do 650 Fahrenheit into centigrade.
It's 343.333 degrees
So I
Celsius.
wasn't far off when I said about 300 degrees
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
your stove. Um, that's just ridiculous. Why? And the flame on the outside. So you've got cold meeting hot as well, because that liquid inside would have been cold to begin with,
Yeah.
and it just. Oh
Now,
Jesus!
it doesn't say that he placed it on top of the hot stove top to actually heat the lava lamp, though, in saying that.
He just placed it on there while it was on.
Yeah. Not knowing
That's
that it
really.
was on, like I mean, I've put like a teapot with a tea cozy onto the ring on my cooker when it's been on. The tea cozy's gone on fire.
That's a bit
I didn't do it
spooky
on
too.
purpose. I didn't do it on purpose to see what would happen. Like,
No, you just. Saying that actually, I bought a caterpillar cake, and I
yeah,
just made something on the cooker, and I was rushing around, and I accidentally put the caterpillar cake onto the top of the stove.
yeah.
I didn't even mean to put it on the stove.
Like I put like
I thought I put it on the side, and it burnt my caterpillar cake, and I was gutted. I was really looking forward to. So what I did is I cut the burnt bit away. It's all
yeah,
right after
I
that.
put like tools, like kitchen utensils and stuff onto a hot stove top as well, like the handle of a knife and stuff, and melt it.
Oh, you can do that to get your butter out, can't you? You heat up your knife. But to be fair, I can't see him putting a lava. It's not something that you genuinely have in the kitchen, is it?
No, because
You,
it's generally plugged in as well. It would be like having like I've got my kettle beside the cooker. Like I can't imagine like putting my kettle ever on top of the cooker.
no, unless you've got a metal kettle. But
No, but I'm talking about an electric kettle
yeah,
that's plugged into the wall.
this is
Like,
what I mean. That you don't really keep lava lamps in your kitchen. You don't. But I'm not sure if it would have been plugged in because I reckon he was just trying to heat it up without plugging it in to see if it would
mm,
work. And
probably.
obviously, it worked just a little bit too well.
Yeah.
What is that even made out of, actually?
What?
The shit that's inside lava lamps?
It's just a coloured liquid and wax, I think.
I think it's
There's nothing.
wax.
There's nothing special in it. It's wax and just like a dyed liquid.
It's paraffin.
Okay.
Just, two primary liquids.
Which is a liquid,
Um,
I suppose.
it's
I wasn't wrong.
so yeah, it's paraffin and a denser liquid, which is mineral oils and stuff. So the paraffin is what
Okay. I always
floats.
thought it was wax.
It, it is wax. Paraffin is wax. It's the chemical
Paraffin's oil.
of it. Yeah, it's oil and wax. That's what paraffin is. Paraffin's
I
just
don't
a
know.
different. It's not the wax that you put in your candles. It's an oily wax. wax
And
generally has oils in it.
do they like squeeze the parrot's fins to get the oil out, or do they like crush it, or what?
What? No, it is. What?
You said it's parrot fin,
Paraffin?
like the fins of a parrot.
Oh, no, I said paraffin. No,
Oh, right, yeah,
such a
yeah.
dick.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, carry on.
But yeah, paraffin's wax. That's all it is. If you ever put paraffin on your barbecue, when you pick it up, you'll feel it's waxy because it's a wax. It's just a really flammable wax. So
Hmm.
that's why it floats in the water because the water's heavy and the paraffin's dense. So yeah. Anyway, I can't. I'm trying to imagine in my head. Like, oh, I want this lava lamp to work, so I'm not going to plug it in. I'm going to cook it. And aren't
Yeah.
most lava lamps plastic at the bottom?
No, my one was glass anyway.
No, at the bottom.
No, mine was in the shape of a rocket ship, so it had
Yeah,
like the
so was
three
mine, and it
fins
was
coming down the
plastic at
street.
the
But that
bottom.
was mine was metal.
I'm pretty sure they're plastic at the bottom
They could be. I don't know. That's just the one that I had was metal. I don't know.
because you couldn't have power going into something that had a metal frame because you could have like an outer metal shell, but inside it would have to be plastic. Otherwise, the
Oh yeah, all
power
the
wouldn't.
insides would be like a normal light fitting, I assume, like for
Yeah,
like a
'cause
table
otherwise
lamp or whatever.
the electricity would just jump out, and then the
Yeah.
geezer's in a lot more trouble, isn't he? Now he's been
Yeah.
electrocuted and a piece of glass going through his heart.
Hmm.
At this point, he's stuffed.
Although the electricity could have brought him back to life.
Oh,
Could have
that's
jump
true.
started
Yeah,
him.
actually.
Yeah. Probably not
Right.
though, considering his heart was perforated.
Okay, so the cap and the bit that meets the electrics are plastic, whereas the outer shell is metal.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. You
Because
couldn't have it inside.
I'd imagine that couldn't be plastic, like, because it wouldn't hold the weight of the glass bottle, like.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the base and the cap are plastic, depending on the model. So
Hmm.
yeah, so wouldn't that have melted the minute you put it on the stove?
No, because you probably just put the bottle on it. He probably just put the glass bottle on instead of putting like the light and stuff on it. He probably wanted to see would the stuff heat up on the stove.
Well, obviously it would.
But then you
Or
wouldn't
would it
even get the
not?
effect of it because like half of it's the light shining up through the liquid as well.
Yeah. Like you don't really. Well, I suppose there'd be fire there, wouldn't there? That would be
But only if
light.
it's a fucking gas stove.
I've got a gas stove.
Yeah, but it might not be a gas stove. It's more than likely it was an electric one.
That's
And
why
one of
today I
the
didn't
ones with
reckon it's
the
induction. We need more information on this again, Spoker
yeah,
again. Right,
yeah.
moving on. Last one, and
Right.
then tech news. So I'm
Okay.
just going to have a look. Talking of electrocution, Spoker. So this is Powerline Patty in 2000s, is what it says here. Powerline Patty attempted to retrieve a kite from a power line using a makeshift tool, leading to a fatal electrocution. Jesus Christ.
I
You know,
know, let's just go point them cables.
I
Poke them,
just.
poke them.
Okay, so the power line, I'm gonna get this metal washing pole and. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Do you reckon she smelled like chicken when she got electrocuted?
Nah, barbecue pork.
She smelled the pork dinner. I just.
It's barbecue pork.
I, ju- I, I bet she did it in the rain too, just for in a thunderstorm, just for a
Yeah.
giggle.
And I
Over
bet you the
here,
makeshift till was a golf club.
chucking it up there. Like, it would have had to have been quite a tool, wouldn't it? Like because
Yeah. Probably a
power
couple of
lines
brush
are not.
handles duct taped together.
We've got power lines at the back of us because we live next to the reservoir and it's a massive
Yeah.
country park, and they've put a power thing in the middle of, well, not in the middle of it, like it's on the edge, but it's the
Do you have
closer edge
them
to
big
us.
pylon things?
Yeah, yeah, they put one of them there. And if you ever look at power lines, because the birds land on them, they've got those black circle things. And they're
Yeah.
basically, to really simplify it or oversimplify it, they're basically rubber circles that stop the birds from being electrocuted.
Yep.
So, but
They
then,
used to be glass.
is that what they are? Glass? I can't remember what they're made out
I
of.
don't
I
know if they're
thought it was
still
rubber.
glass now. I know they used to be glass because my uncle used to work for the electricity company over here, and he was a truck driver. So any of the ones that they were replacing, he used to bring some of them home, like to use as plant pots and stuff.
Yeah, I know there's to stop the birds from being electrocuted. I know that much. I'm just having a look.
You see, the
Yeah,
birds shouldn't
I
be
know.
electrocuted either because they're only standing on the one wire, and they're not going to be earthed. So, like,
No, the birds genuinely did get electrocuted. That's why they've had to put them on there
I don't know how.
because the electricity would still go through the bird, wouldn't it?
To where?
Well, back into the line, but that all that electricity is still going to go through the bird's body, and the body's not
Nah,
designed to handle that much electricity.
nah.
I'm just
Making
looking.
shit
I
up
know
now,
the
Lance.
what are power line insulators
They could be
made of?
ceramic either.
It's ceramic, yeah,
Hmm.
ceramic or silicon, rubber, and fiberglass. So that's
Yeah, so
what, yeah,
probably the newer ones are probably silicone, rubber, and
yeah,
fiberglass. The old ones are probably ceramic.
yeah, it probably is. I've never really been up there to have a look, to be honest.
No,
But
no. I tend to avoid electricity lines.
but what I do is I see these big things that carry thousands of volts of electricity and go, I'm not going to touch that,
Yep,
believe it or
I'm
not.
avoiding that.
Yeah, just get away from there. Like Mary gets scared when the roof heads towards it. She's telling her to move away from the actual
Mm.
base of it. But yeah, I just did she think she was Mary Poppins?
Could
I
very
just
well have been.
I can't understand why she thought, oh, I'm going to get that kite off with. Do you reckon? I mean, you've got to give her
I,
some credit to make a tool, a makeshift tool that long. That's impressive.
yeah, it certainly is.
But do you reckon she just gaffer taped a load of metal together, like used insulator tape around
Yeah,
the
that's what I
metal?
said. Like she just lashed a load of metal, like uh, brush
Gold,
handles together.
load of metal gold clubs, just tied them up. But because to make it that tall as well without it flopping over, like this woman obviously had some intelligence because
Uh,
not everybody could do that to stop it from flopping and stuff. She would have had to make
could
it
have
quite
it could have
strong.
been it could have been a blonde woman with dyed her hair brown or something.
It
That's called
could have been.
artificial intelligence.
Ah, right, one of them AI
Uh,
intelligence or
uh,
BI. Um,
mm,
I just
mm,
anyway, yeah. So that was the story of a woman that
yeah.
decided to get a kite off an electricity pylon using a makeshift tool. She electrocuted herself and died. So if you see them,
Good woman
don't.
herself.
Fun fact for you, actually, talking of electrocuting yourself and what you said earlier. Um, if you see somebody who's had a heart attack and has no pulse, a defibrillator will not revive them.
Nope.
What you should do is start chest compressions
Yeah.
immediately, 2 inches deep into the chest, while somebody calls for an ambulance, and they will come and sort it from there. You just keep the chest compressions going. Don't
Because a
think, oh, is this
defibrillator
going to
only
work?
regulates your heartbeat. It doesn't restart it.
It does. Yep, spoke it exactly right there. It's for an abnormal heartbeat. So if there's no
Yeah.
pulse, a
That's
defib
why
will
those
not work.
automatic defibrillators are really good because you stick them onto the person and the machine does the rest.
Yeah, yeah. The
It'll
new
only
ones.
shock. Yeah, it'll only shock if the person if it reads that the person needs to be shocked.
Yeah, if it reads a pulse that's abnormal, then it will send off the
No.
shock, and it also gives you a massive warning to everybody stand clear, because
Lawrence,
it.
I want to include an honourable mention into the Darwin Awards as well. So
Go on then.
okay, in the 1990s, Lance, a terrorist
I was hoping you was going to do this
was
one. Go on.
was posting a letter bomb, but he didn't pay enough postage, so he didn't put enough stamps on it. He got the letter back in the post because it didn't have enough stamps on it. He opened the letter and it exploded
Do you reckon he got it back from his door and he
and
was like,
killed
"Oh,
him.
who's this from?"
Yeah. Ooh, post for me.
That writing looks familiar. Jesus Christ,
So
that's
he
amazing.
actually opened the
I
package
know.
and it
Thinks
exploded.
that
What
that
an
looks
idiot.
familiar. I swear I recognise that from somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Kaboom!
This
An
must be
idiot.
my Amazon delivery.
Yeah, that's Anyway, yeah, that was Booker's honourable mention.
Yeah,
the
honorable mention.
the man who sent a parcel and blew himself up because he didn't pay the postage. Jesus
We
Christ.
could we could go on all night with the Darwin Awards, though.
Oh,
Seriously,
the
like
Darwin
I
Awards are amazing.
just in
Seriously,
the
Google
space of
some of
like
them.
10 minutes, I had
The,
like about 20
I'm
facts.
pretty sure that yeah, I know how some yellows, and I'm pretty sure there's a film made about it as well.
Of
I'm
which
just
the guy blown
googling
himself
it.
up.
The Darwin Awards movie. Yeah, it's called the
Oh, is there?
Darwin Awards. It was made in 2006,
Hmm.
and it has Joseph Fiennes, Winona Ryder, David Arquette, Chris Penn, Juliette Lewis. It's a great film. Just watch it.
I've
It's
never seen
amazing.
it. I'll look it up.
Have you never
The
seen the
Darwin
Darwin
Awards
Awards?
actually started in 1985.
Yeah,
It was a Usenet group in 1985.
yeah.
But
So
they've actually changed the format of it for the last 2 years. It's now the AI Darwin Awards.
people have killed
They
themselves
have a whole
artificially.
section just now. They just have a whole thing of like AI stuff that deserve Darwin Awards,
Yeah, but
like the Tesla self drive
oh god,
that won it last year.
yep, yep, yep. Over here, you're not allowed to have self-drive cars. They are coming into effect, but the law is going to be that you have to have your hands on the steering wheel at all times,
Yeah.
and you must be in control of the vehicle at all times, so you can take over if something goes wrong. Anyway, moving on. So this next little section is tech news. So news, a quick roundup of the news that's happened over the last week. We've got
Yep.
12 minutes to get through this news, Walker. So we've got 4 minutes
Okay.
per article.
Okay.
This is just literally just a roundup of the tech stuff that's happened this week. Walker, do you want to start us off?
Okay. We'll start with one of the bigger news of the week. It's ByteDance, the company
Oh,
that owns TikTok,
yep.
is to curb AI video app after Disney's legal threat. So basically, ByteDance have an app for generating videos,
Hmm.
and they've been using Disney characters, so people could just put in like that they want Mickey Mouse to dance around the screen with I don't know, something like Iron Man or something, and
Well,
the video app was just creating it, but it's considered theft of Disney's intellectual property, so Disney threatened to send them to court, take them to court.
yeah. The issue on this is ByteDance, an internet company, and they make multiple apps. They've got a whole library of apps, and TikTok,
Yeah,
which pretty much everyone in the world who has access to technology has heard of TikTok right now. And it is
yeah,
huge. It's a Chinese company, and because it's such a big company, things that are on TikTok are making profit for TikTok because of the advertisements and the way they make their money with shareholders and all that sort of stuff. And for me and Sporker, we're TikTokers, we're social influencers, so we might pay for, say, advertising for one of our videos or something. That's how TikTok make their money. So when people are using stuff like Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck, all that sort of stuff, it's essentially no money is going towards Disney to create
yeah,
this content that's being made using Disney characters. So the whole intellectual property or IP gets thrown out the window, and people can do whatever they like. They could literally make an entire Disney film using Disney characters for absolutely nothing, and TikTok could make a shit ton of money from it, to put it bluntly, and no one would be any the wiser. But it could end up as Disney satire. It's got no
yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? There's no
No
filter on it. What's the word
restrictions,
I'm
just
looking for?
there's
Because
no
Disney,
censorship or anything on it.
yeah, because Disney lawyers have to look over absolutely everything
Yeah,
because it's a family company and they are like the biggest company in the world right now. Disney, they're still a huge company. Aren't they owned by Fox now?
what?
Are Disney owned by Fox or do
No, they own
they
Fox.
own Fox? Yeah, because the
That's how,
Simpsons went over to them, didn't it?
and that's how Deadpool and all was part of
Yeah.
the Marvel universe and stuff now.
But on the opposite end of the scale, though, in my eyes, there's so much adult material revolving around Disney characters because there is. It's all over the internet.
Yeah, but it was difficult to make. You were making your money if you were doing it. Like
Yeah, that's true.
now with AI, you literally just type something, a command into a box, and it just creates it for you.
Yeah, well, I've seen. I've seen stuff on TikTok that have like Star Wars and stuff in it, and it's yeah, it's obviously not Disney, but you can see it's AI
Yeah,
created. But they're creating their own fight scenes and stuff, so I can understand why Disney would be quite annoyed. And the same as the actors, they'd be quite annoyed whose likeness
yeah.
they are
Like they
copying
don't.
essentially.
I don't think the likes of like Star Wars and stuff they really mind if there's like fan created stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
actual like fans dressing up in cosplay and recording their own little videos of them doing like a fight sequence with lightsabers and stuff. They don't mind about that. Like that's just basically free advertisement for them. They're not those people aren't harming anybody like by
Well,
doing it.
I'm just looking through the article. Apparently, Paramount has sent a cease and desist letter as well, demanding that they stop using Paramount content. Which again, I can completely understand why, because
Yeah.
companies pay a lot of money to have this content out there. Like Disney pay actors a lot of money. Robert Downey Jr. Look at how rich he is now. He gets like 100 million quid from Avengers film,
Yeah.
and then people are just using his likeness for free. So I can understand why you'd be pretty annoyed if somebody is doing this. Really, apparently the Japanese has launched an investigation into the Chinese firm over potential copyright violations after AI generated videos of Japanese anime showed up, which again I've seen as well because I watch a lot of anime. So this stuff does. Oh, and NBC as well. They've also had a go at them.
And
Um, but
I'd
so
say Disney are being leaned on by ChatGPT as well, who bought the rights to use Disney characters in their AI
yeah, well,
generation
yeah,
software.
I was going to mention that as well. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So
So that someone has paid them a lot of money to use their characters legally, and someone else has gone, "Nah, I'll
yeah.
have that for free."
I'd say
Um,
that's the big thing. I'd say it was ChatGPT going to Disney. You have to sort
so,
this out.
so you
We're
sort
not
out
paying you a
now.
shitload of money just so they can use it for nothing. Like we could have done that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could do it from my PC at home. I've got AI software on the PC, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't because
but a lot of AI software now, like if you went to like Google Gemini or something
yeah, yeah.
and typed into that, create like make me a video like with Mickey Mouse dancing the
It'll
cha
just say
cha with
no.
it'll just go no, we can't use it.
Yeah.
Like you can ask it to generate say, oh, I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger half transformed into a Terminator, and it'll just go no, we can't use images of
You
copyrighted material.
you say that. I used ChatGPT. Do you remember the mole that I made for Savo
Mm.
standing on the
Yeah.
eagle? That was
Yeah.
with ChatGPT. That one was
Yeah, like that.
amazing.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but that's not any copyrighted material.
No, it's not
That's
because
not
I've
like
completely changed
that's not like
everything.
Hans Moleman out of The
Well, if
Simpsons
you looked at my
standing on
description,
top of an
if
eagle.
if if you looked at my description, then yeah. But again, that wasn't sent for commercial use. That was sent between
Yeah,
friends. Right.
yeah, but it
So,
also wasn't. It wasn't somebody else's intellectual property either.
if you looked at the description, it did border on it. It's yeah, that one's it's arguable in court.
Yeah, but it's no, but it's different. Say if I said like, um, oh, I want a character like Mickey Mouse to have an interaction with a duck that looks like Donald Duck, and have created something that didn't look like them. That's not technically copyright infringement.
Again, it'd be arguable because your
It's
base source is
borderline.
still yeah. That's what I mean. It could go either way in a court.
Yeah, but then
Your
like
base influence of it. You know, like when you do an
yeah, but then
essay
where
at
does that
uni.
end then? I mean, like when you've got like plagiarism in like books, if it's blatant, yeah, but if it's a book that's just similar to a different book, they can't really do anything about it.
No, they
Like I mean, there's
can't and they
plenty
can.
of there's plenty of yeah, there's plenty of books that would be like similar in theme and like lay out a story to like the Lord of the Rings because every fantasy writer uh, grew up reading those books. So
Yeah.
obviously, a lot of their ideas are going to come from stuff that they've
Mm,
imagined from them books.
this is where the problem occurs. This is why it's arguable in court. First of all, you have to prove absence of malice, so that you're not doing it in a way that you're doing it on purpose to offend or
Yeah,
anything like that. Second of all, when you do an essay at university or school or college or anything like that, even though your essay may not be have the material from that specific place in it, you might not have a specific line or anything like that, but you might base it on the
Yeah.
same form of storyline or something like that, at the end of the essay, you still have to reference that source because your source is still coming from there, so
Yeah.
you still have to get the credit. So if you was to type in a figure that looks like Mickey Mouse, your source is still coming from that baseline. It's just not directly involved in it. So it's why it's arguable in
Yeah.
court because in court you're still using that sort of base topic. You're just changing it to your own artistic expression, and that's why it's in court. It's very up and down. It could go either way depending on how good and how much you paid your lawyers,
And I
or
think
if you're Donald Trump, in which case,
catch
yeah.
up with all this stuff.
Right, let's move on.
Everything is
It's
moving so fast. Ah,
yeah.
shit.
Let's move on. We're only going to do one more news article because we just spent triple the amount of time. Spork has
Okay.
disappeared, but we're going to talk about the
Yeah.
last news article anyway. Bye, Sporker. You idle,
Yeah.
didn't you?
That's why it came up. It came up and said it was idle, and I pressed my little thing, and it disappeared off it. And then no,
Yeah,
just
cool, 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 cool.
go
Right,
screw
this
yourself. That's
this
that's what
this
it
this
said.
news story, as I'm
Yeah.
talking to myself now. We're only going to do one more. So this is the
Yep.
Call of Duty advert that was banned for trivializing sexual violence. Spork, do you want to read out the line that made you laugh?
Okay. At a point in this ad, there's viewers complained the video, which included a man being told to strip down while an officer put on gloves and said, "Time for the puppet show," was irresponsible and offensive.
I mean, they've, they've
I
got
just,
they've got a
yeah.
point. It's
Time for the puppet show.
Kermit. Yeah, it's not something you'd want airport security to say,
Woo!
is it really? Like,
No, well, you
gonna
see, the whole
slap.
thing is that they weren't airport security. The airport security that were supposed to be there were too busy playing
Oh
the
yeah, they're
game.
playing Call of Duty. Yeah,
So
it's
somebody was impersonating the security guards at the airport.
it's. I mean, right. Let's just make one thing completely clear about this. PBTC as a channel, and I'm pretty sure that Sporker's personal view and my personal view is sexual violence that's meant in a horrific way or that's meant as an actual form of violence against someone is never acceptable. It's not something
Never
anyone
okay.
should ever do. Like I would never,
No.
ever, ever hit my wife or any other person for that thing. It just no, it's just not ever the answer, and it can lead to so much other stuff. So I can understand why this article is saying it's trivializing it because they are making jokes about it. At the same time, that's what it is. A joke is a joke.
But
It's not.
then,
It's not the physical act of performing something, is it?
but then, Activision came out with a decent enough response. They did say that the ad promoted an 18s rated video game and was therefore targeted at adult audiences only who had a higher tolerance for irreverent or exaggerated humor, which it is. I don't
Yeah,
think somebody sticking their hand up somebody else's ass in
yeah.
an ad for a video game and saying time for the puppet show is
That's so
really
funny.
sort of, it's not trivializing sexual violence.
No.
I've never read anything in the news about somebody being up in court that's actually done that.
No, and just to point out, this podcast has been recorded on GTA 5, which has tons of references. You've watched films that are from the age of 12 up that
Yep.
will have a ton of references, especially back in the 90s and early 2000s. There were so many films.
80s and
American Pie,
90s.
that's a
80s, there was
15s.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to point out, American Pie is a 15s. In one of the films, I can't remember which one, the one guy waits for his parents and stuff to go out, decides to perform an act upon himself, finishes that act just as his parents walk through the door. He hits his nan in the head and it kills his nan. Would that be sexual violence?
I think that's the first one.
Is it the first? I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, that's American Pie, and that's a 15s, that's not an 18s. This advert
Yeah.
was broadcast after the watershed, so children shouldn't they are, but children shouldn't really be
Yeah.
watching TV at that time, and if they are, well, okay, but it's what do you want Activision to do about that? That's out of their realms of control. And I know that some people may get offended by it and stuff, but then it's 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 a joke. Like I say,
But the ad was on YouTube and video on demand services, including ITV and Channel
no,
5.
the ad was on YouTube and was on video on demand services, but YouTube
Yeah.
requires a subscription in order for the ad to play.
Yeah.
It wouldn't play to somebody that hasn't verified their age.
And the ads, like, the ad was obviously 18s rated
Yeah, that's why
because
I
you
know
have
it
to
wouldn't
put
play.
ratings on all your content on YouTube. So, like, it wouldn't play for anybody who was under 18. So,
Yeah, that just the point of comedy, the point of jokes, is because the world is so shit right now. All you can do is laugh at it. If you can't make a joke out of it and find some enjoyment, then what is the point? It's a joke.
yeah.
Just if you are offended by it, okay, you've obviously got your reasons. You obviously some it might have happened. Someone might have told you a story. You don't want to be involved in that sort of thing. You've got your reasons, which is fair enough. But I can almost guarantee there are more people that found that funny than there are that
hmm
people who found that offensive.
Yeah. And the Advertising Standards Authority received 9 complaints.
9,
9. Yeah.
and they
That's
banned
all.
it because of 9 complaints.
Yep.
See, this is why films today are shite.
hmm
This is why we don't have proper comedy anymore. Saying that, The Naked Gun, that was a brilliant film.
I haven't seen the
With
latest
Liam
one yet. I
Neeson,
need to
that is
watch it.
amazing. Go
Yeah.
and watch that. It is
I've seen
hilarious.
clips of it. It looks funny.
It's so stupid. It's that one scene that they advertised it as well, where it goes, I see you're in for man's laughter. It must have been a really funny joke.
yeah.
Manslaughter. It's just such a silly film. But you wouldn't see like Spaceballs or anything like proper Spaceballs anymore. I know they're making another one, but they're going to have
Yeah.
so many lawyers involved in that. You wouldn't get what's the one that took the mick out of Top Gun? Oh God, with Charlie Sheen in it.
Hot Shots.
Hot
Hot
Shots.
Shots.
You wouldn't get films
Yeah.
like that anymore. They're such
No.
amazing films. I don't personally. I don't think the
But like
advert should have been
Spaceballs
banned.
only got the go ahead because George Lucas really liked the idea
Yeah,
of it, and he
yeah,
just had restrictions. Like he was like Lone Star wasn't allowed to be dressed like Han Solo.
yeah. Which that's funny in
So
itself.
instead, they dressed him like Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
and
who
like
is Harrison
and
Ford?
and George Lucas loved that. He thought it was amazing. Like
Yeah, well, it
they
is.
had his full blessing. Like
It's so clever that is. I
yeah,
love that film. Uh, yeah, I don't think the advert should have been banned. I think there was a sense of humour to it. It was funny. There's so much things in place in real life that if you go to the airport and someone is putting on a rubber glove saying time for a puppet show, you can walk away. You don't have to get searched there.
but the company has claimed that it depicted a deliberately implausible, parodic
Yeah.
scenario that bore no resemblance to real airport security procedures,
Well, just to point out
which
as
it
well,
didn't. Like,
Activision would have had a whole team of lawyers there. They then would have sent that
yeah,
to the agency that would have distributed it. They would have had a whole team of lawyers there. The TV companies that then would have distributed it would have had a whole team of lawyers there. YouTube would have checked it with actual people because of how big Activision are. They would have checked it and said that no, that's fine. It's not really that offensive. It's just a joke. But these 9 people decided to ruin it for everybody. But yeah, it's so stupid. Anyway,
yeah.
that has been Talking on the Couch from Press Back to continue. Remember to check out our other channels. Remember you can watch this podcast on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Music. You can check out our other channels. So we've got the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitch, the Twitter, the Discord at discord.gg/TGS39DNUB3. The YouTube, please do like and subscribe to them. And remember, you can donate to us at streamlabs.com/pressback to continue 3/tip. Every little penny helps. But
Yep.
I've been Langton, so I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing, and
I've
thank you very much for listening.
and I've been Sporka, and remember, don't do dumb shit.